I swear this game hates me. I always get this map, Picadalia. I swear, this is my least favorite map, and I think it's the worst map in the game for some people. For most people, I would say. And I swear I always get this map. But guys, my last video, I talked a little about this game, a little about the next Call of Duty 2020, Cold War, Vietnam, whatever you want to call it. And I mentioned some stuff I didn't like about this game. But I don't totally hate this game. This game definitely isn't for me. It's not for a lot of people. But for some, this game's amazing. Which is kind of weird, because we usually don't have that in Call of Duty. It's usually a hated Call of Duty, or a loved Call of Duty, but this one is kind of, it's pretty much mixed. I'm gonna tell you guys why the community loves and hates this game at the same time. The first thing I'm gonna mention is map design. Picadalia is one of the most hated maps in this game. There's even, on April Fool's, there was a shipment playlist that was just this game mode. Or just this map. That's because the game creators know that most people hate this map. And why are the maps in Modern Warfare so bad? Basically, almost every map in this game, minus remasters and remakes, pretty much promote camping, which is definitely an awful playstyle that everyone hates. With mounting and leaning in this game, it promotes people to stay in the back of their spawn or anywhere in a good spot, mount with an LMG, and just basically camp the entire game and get kills. Which you shouldn't play like that, and if you do, you're ruining the game for a lot of people. Another point which you can see is that there's a lot of places for people to go. Every building basically has multiple floors that you can go into, up, down, whatever, and there's a lot of places to camp. You can go inside the buses. Oh my gosh, how? It's kind of hard to find people. It basically makes it to where the flow is completely random at some points. And in this case, in this map, Picadalia is really bad. It's hard to have a game flow when enemies can literally be anywhere in the game. Like this area. Like, why is this even here? I don't know. There's a lot of safe spots for noobs because they want the new players to not just get completely destroyed by the pro players in this game. Which, if you played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, you should know getting wrecked is how you get better. But you guys might say, well, at least there's remasters. But in this game, they really changed the remasters to this game's playstyle, which is a lot of safe spots, camping spots, and a lot of new locations in those maps. Sometimes changing the core map design and just making it disgusting. Basically ruining the old maps that we all loved, and that's the whole point. It got remasters because we love them. They basically ruined them. Not all of them, just some of them, including Backlot. Speaking of something I like about this game, and I'm pretty sure every single one in the Call of Duty franchise, everybody loves this, and the fact that there's a gunsmith. There's so many attachments in this game alone. With how many sights are in the game, there's more sights in this game for just this gun than there are attachments in all attachments in like Black Ops 4 and other Call of Duties. Like, there's a lot of sights. There's multiple stocks. You can even change the ammo type with most of the guns in the game. Pretty much handcrafting each gun to your liking. If you want a close range gun, you can make any gun like that. If you want a far range gun, you can make any gun like that. You can make some SMGs and basically into an LMG. Which definitely makes this game definitely longer lasting and not as stale as other games like Black Ops 4, for instance. There's no really best class setup in this game. It's just choose a gun and change the setup. Because each gun has multiple best class setups. So you can't really just say, oh, this is the best class setup for this gun. Because every gun has multiple styles of play. Which definitely can't be said about most Call of Duties. Which saddens me to say this, but it won't be in Call of Duty 2020. Oh, better run. No! Get the hell out of here! But I mean, with how many customization are... Damn camper. With how many customizable options are in this game, the game could potentially never get stale if you like FPSs. Which is a shame because I think the gunsmith should be in every Call of Duty, but sadly it's not coming back for Call of Duty 2020. Hopefully some other future Call of Duties will bring it back. Maybe all of the Infinity Ward games will have it, I'm not sure. Now another thing I really hate about this game is the fact that the minimap is not the normal minimap. Everyone knows this. Most people should already know what they changed about it. But before I get into that, at the very beginning of the game, they pretty much said no mini-map at all, unless you have UAV, which would have been an awful choice, and the community hated it. And so they changed it to give us the mini-map, but when an enemy fires, it doesn't show up on the mini-map. It shows up on the compass, but it's still hard to see how far or close they are, etc. But with the mini-map, it would be so much easier to just know where they are and stuff, you know? And I really don't like that. And Call of Duty 2020, they will be changing the mini-map back, which is heavens. I never knew they would change the mini-map at all. Another thing I don't like about this game is the fact that Dead Silence is not a perk. It's this new thing called the Field Upgrade, which I'm sure all of you guys know about it. But in most Call of Duties, we have a perk called Dead Silence. And basically, enemies can't hear your footsteps. It will not be in Call of Duty 2020 as of yet, it seems like. So, not sure if it's like a thing that's just not coming back as a perk. But it seems we're out of luck for Call of Duty 2020, Call of Duty 2020 and in this game. So, as you guys see right here, right now, another thing I don't like about this game is the fact that sometimes it's really hard to find enemies. Because of the slow-paced nature of this game, there's gonna be points where you're just running around looking for enemies and like you just can't find them. But I mean, that's debatable. Sometimes people like a slower-paced Call of Duty, some people don't. That's just how it is. Me personally, I like a faster-paced Call of Duty, but some people might like the slower pace of this game. Now, I've said a couple stuff that I hate and love about this game, but one thing that I think everybody hates about this game is the fact that there's no prestiging. As you see, rank 99, once you get to level 155, it resets after the season's over. Which is every like 2 or 3 months or something like that. Right now we have 12 days left. It'll reset my level back to 55. There's no prestige system where once you get to 10th prestige, you get a master prestige, and you can rank up to level 1000. Once you get to 155, it's basically pointless and there's nothing to do. At least that's my opinion. And I think most people would agree that they want the prestige system back. Thankfully, it will be back in Call of Duty 2020. But it's still, like, I'm shocked that they would ever take that away. Now, the prestige system isn't perfect, but it's definitely better than this. Now, in this game, there is a lot of maps, a lot more than Black Ops 4 at least, but a lot of the maps, most of them, are game mode specific maps, which I think is awful, and just makes it really repetitive if you don't really play those other game modes. If you only play 6v6 Team Deathmatch, you will see the same maps over and over again compared to, like, Gunfight and 10v10 Team Deathmatch, which is just a bigger ground war Team Deathmatch, you know? Let alone ground war maps in general. If all the maps were just together, I think it'd be a lot more, there'd be a lot more variety in maps, and obviously, there is a lot of maps that we just don't see. I do understand that some of the maps are just meant for smaller combat, and then larger scale combat. But I feel like they could put barricades and like cut the map in half, but still have the same map in those game modes. And it'll definitely take a lot less time than making a new map, and so it gives them more time to add more maps to the actual game. This is my personal opinion. I just feel like Call of Duty in general has been lacking on making maps. I mean, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 had like 15 maps at launch. Most games these days have like 9, maybe 10. Which in my opinion shouldn't even exist. I mean, Call of Duty is one of the biggest games in the world. I think they should have more maps than there are in the game. Especially over time, don't you think game franchises should get better and not worse over time? That's just my personal opinion. It just seems like Call of Duty gets worse over the years, at least in some cases, not all. But if we're getting less maps as the years go, I just feel like I do understand the fact that game development does get harder over the years, considering the graphics need to be upgraded every year. And if you have like fantastic graphics, it's definitely gonna take longer to make a beautiful map with so much detail than a stale map like in Black Ops 1. One thing that I gotta say I do love about this game is the field upgrades. I've always hated specialists, but field upgrades are a lot more, they're kind of similar to specialists, just a lot more balanced in my opinion, and I love them way more than specialists, that's for sure. I hate C4s. Now the one that breaks this game for me, makes it just like very unplayable, is the fact that skill-based matchmaking is in this game. Now, I can't say everyone hates this and everyone loves this. A lot of people hate it, but there are others out there that actually do like it. fact is, people don't want to get just completely shredded by players that's been playing this game for 10 years. So skill-based matchmaking really helps with that because they're skilled with people that aren't as good. Or as good as them. Almost a quad feed. But with players like me and other, like, I would say decent players, they just get in lobbies with a lot of campers and people that just are really sweaty. Kind of like in Fortnite, how back in the day it was easier to get kills, and nowadays Fortnite is just completely sweaty and everyone knows that. I don't think skill-based matchmaking should ever be in any game. I feel like there's a league play for that if you really want competitive play and harder players. But skill-based matchmaking is basically becoming a thing in all games, and I just don't like it. And a lot of people are with me on that one. I feel like in the future, there's gonna be a game that's like, gets all the hype and like fame from not having skill-based matchmaking, which is insane. I feel like the next Call of Duty hopefully won't have it, but it is in the same engine, so who knows. We really just don't know what the next Call of Duty is gonna be. But if it has skill-based matchmaking, I think that's just gonna be an awful addition to the Treyarch games. I mean, isn't that the whole point? We have league play? But something about this game that really changes from most Call of Duties is the fact that they have so much variety in game modes. They have Battle Royale, Gunfight, which is a 2v2/1v1/3v3, Ground War, Cranked, Infected. So many game modes in this game, especially compared to Black Ops 4, and there's always new game modes coming. I feel like this game gets updated so much more often than any other Call of Duty that I love it, you know? With the Call of Duty being updated all the time, it feels like it never gets old. But that's just some of the stuff that I love and hate about this game, and I'm sure that this game is definitely like loved and hated at the same time. Black Ops 4 was, I feel like it was mostly disliked by the majority of the fan base. Of course, the gameplay-wise, it was amazing, but I feel like this game is definitely very mixed compared to most Call of Duties. But tell me what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Drop a like, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new upload. I just really hope that this Call of Duty 2020 gets revealed. It's just not ever gonna happen, but you know.